quite a lot. Well, if you get on the main, yeah, okay. Yeah, but keep an eye on the radio. Oh, really? To the road, because there is quite a lot of snow down. As for
So here's our resident church dowsing expert, Nigel Twinn. What are you finding, Nigel?
I'm actually picking up a pictogram here, which is one of the things that Hamish Miller was very keen to find, and that you don't tend to hear in other people's books so much. There are at least 3 pictograms here that are of a quite distinct type, and not one that I've necessarily come across anywhere else, although they do you find different ones in different places from time to time. I found 2 outside in the churchyard, and there are at least 3 here, and I'm just going to sort of walk around one just to show the vague outline of it. It seems to have 3 edges. Come around the end, come back, you get something in the middle, something at this end. That pattern is repeated here and on both sides of the nave. I haven't checked the rest of the church yet, but I say there are at least 2 of them outside, together with several floral pictograms, which are more symmetrical, one of which is actually in that rather healthy oak tree over there, and it actually sort of forms around it, but I don't think it's actually anything to do with the tree. I think that's just the trees finding it a particularly pleasant place to live. But pictograms are everywhere, and just happen to be a slightly different one here at St Margaret.
Now, I tend to find pictograms at a node point or a crossing.
Right.
You seem to be finding them just on a line here.
Well, not even on a line in a way.
Yeah.
What you tend to find is that at the node points you have these much more symmetrical, often sort of sawtooth edge type sort of pictures.
Yeah.
And that those I think of what Hamish Miller would call a manifestation. They're actually earth energy patterns, and they're therefore symmetrical and natural and that sort of thing. The actual pictograms appear almost everywhere. You've probably got one in your front room, wherever you are at the moment. They tend, some of them are symmetrical, but a lot of them are just pictures. Some of them are just squiggles, quite frankly. But they seem to be more concerned with the interaction of human energy or human consciousness with natural energy. So you have a mixture of the 2, and therefore they tend to be all sorts of different patterns. Just we all carry our own baggage, our own heritage, and we look at things in different ways. So you've got little pictures which are also subtly different. Now, whether different people would pick up different pictures is the next stage, and I think that's it's a whole line, a whole part of the discipline in itself.
Fascinating.